Las Vegas Discount.net's the best there is. Save up to 50% on your next Vegas trip. And travel, rental, shows, and tours. Find the deals you're looking for. Las Vegas Discount.net. Las Vegas Discount.net. If you're going to Vegas for deals that are the best, visit Las Vegas Discount.net.
FightNetRadio.com with Andrew and Lee, talking boxing, combat, sports, comedy, football, and everything kick-ass. All on FightNetRadio.com. Fight Net Radio!
Hola, soy Julio César Chávez.
And lights out, baby. Lights out all day.
This is Sugar Ray Leonard, and you listen to Fight Net Radio.
I mean, this is ridiculous. It's a radio show. It ain't a one-hour television spectacular.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
As it will, welcome to Fight Net Radio. This is your coronavirus update episode. It is our job at Fight Net Radio to keep you entertained while you're on lockdown. I am joined today by Andrew Lapachet. He is a writer and an avid football fan, and we actually have football to discuss as well. That's why we hit the record button. I'm actually looking up a Gervonta Davis video. Hot. He's hot. Easy, Bob. I wouldn't do it as myself, Andrew. That's gay. So let's talk football right now. If you guys don't know, live under a rock or don't get updates of any kind, we were talking about Tom Brady, who got offered two deals, one by the Chargers and one by the Bucks, 2 years, $60 million, and he took the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And then there are rumors circulating about the crazy-ass Raiders trying to get their hands on Dak Prescott, who may or may not be staying with the Cowboys. So I'd like to go ahead. You can ask about the stadium and everything else.
No, well, like on the Tom Brady situation, I just don't think the time's right for the Raiders to make a splash like that in free agency. Dak Prescott's looking for a team that's a player away, and if anyone knows the Raiders, they are not a quarterback away from the Super Bowl. They're missing linebackers, defensive backs, linemen. The team had more issues. Oh, there it is right there, Gervonta Davis.
Yeah. We're good.
Okay.
We're good on the next story.
So yeah, I don't think the Raiders would be foolish to do that, just like in the Tom Brady situation. If that did happen, I seen that more of a casino move than a Mark Davis move, but it didn't happen. And it's actually funny. You know, you had all these stories about where Tom Brady would fit, you know, the Raiders, because it's Vegas, they sell out. Oh, it makes sense. The NFL is going to make them do it. Brady to the Niners, you know, that he loves the Niners, was a fan of the Niners as a child. I believe they were even saying that
they were talking swap between Garoppolo and Brady at one point, which you were one game away. You're not leaving a winning horse. Nobody does that.
And he was at the catch. I guess Tom Brady's at that game where Joe Montana hits, who is it, Dwight Clark, I believe. I don't even know. The catch, Lee. That's your era. Come on, catch.
Well, I'm just telling you right now, as we speak, our friend Will, who's probably not listening to this anyway, is literally screaming. I don't think it was Joe Montana to Jerry Rice, wasn't it?
No, come on. Are you serious?
You mean the immaculate? Oh, the wrong play. Yeah, no, it was Dwight Clark.
It is, right? Yeah. I believe it is. Yes, it is.
But
okay.
There's also
Bay Area. Don't get a Bay Area stripe taken away from me today. Thank God.
That's like you can ask me about the Rams before they moved to St. Louis, and then you can ask me about the Rams when they came back to LA. The rest of the time, because you're going to experience it, like you were too young for the LA move, right? Like you didn't have an LA Raiders
Yeah, no,
period of
this
time.
is all. I'm 1 year old. This is the same year the Raiders move. This is that's when the Niners defeat the Cowboys. And I think that's the year the Raiders move because we move in 80 or 81, bro. And yeah, I'm 1 year old on this game.
Okay, so to make myself sound old, since my birthday is in about a week and a half, Andrew, I would have just been starting high school.
Oh wow.
Yeah, no, I'm eighth grade, ninth grade, right? So football is everything. We still have the Rams. They're playing in Anaheim. Rumors of the Raiders coming in into the Coliseum. And then the following year, 81, 82, it happens. And that's when it got very weird at the Coliseum. I remember my grandfather taking me to one Raiders game because he was a Plunkett fan. And then he's like, we're not coming again. And I didn't understand it at the time. I guess I was too naive. But yeah, it's the same way with the Rams right now. I don't want to break it to anyone. It's fairly thug life-ish at two places in LA for games. The first thug life place is the Coliseum. The second place is a Dodger game. Dodger games are thuggy. I mean, they're substantially thuggy.
Kind of shows where Tom Brady's at in his career going Tampa Bay too. You'd think a 6-time Super Bowl champ, a legend, they say the greatest quarterback possibly ever. Tampa Bay? Really? I just expected so much more from the NFL. I thought they were going to make him go and save a franchise or bring a franchise back. So yeah, and your Dak Prescott would be a number one landing spot. I mean, seriously, Dak.
Well, here's the problem with the Chargers right now.
Down the other day, $30 million.
Yeah, here's the big issue.
What
right?
the fuck?
So for me, as a Chargers fan, I'm losing Phillip Rivers, and I'm not actually that sad about it. Yeah, he went to the Colts, right?
Yeah.
So they're not going to play the backup. They're going to take one of these free agent guys or take a rookie and train him and just eat dog dicks the first year. They're not going to eat dicks in their first year in that stadium. They're just not. There's no way I believe that happening. So they're going to pick up whoever's left, I guess, at this point. I mean, Dak. I mean, how would you feel if they get the former Raiders quarterback and move him to L.A.?
Who, Carr?
Yeah.
If Carr hits the waivers. Look, the Raiders keep saying they're going to keep him. I know what the fans want. They just want to win, right? So it's always like fire the quarterback if we're not winning. You're the first one. I listen. I'm going to be real with you guys. I've kind of turned off all Raider connections on my social media since they moved to Las Vegas. This official Las Vegas move happened this year. So I really don't know about the Dak Prescott rumor. Obviously, if the Raiders were to land something big like that in free agency, yes, Carr would hit the market, and I would believe the LA Chargers would be a team interested in him because Carr only wins in good weather. So he needs to look for a team on the West Coast. So if the Chargers were there and they were I can see that. In a
semi-dome stadium in Los Angeles, half your games are in a really nice environment, brand new field with the brand new semi-turf and the whole bit, and air conditioning. Jeez.
And then the other games in Santa Clara and the other two games are in domes. So like half of his season is fine, complete at that time. And that's what Carr really needs to look at. I believe he's like 0-19 or 17 in temperatures and freezing temperatures.
You don't have to eat a big huge bag of dicks on the AFC West. I mean, you got to go once late in the season to Denver, which just sucks.
And
nobody
KC.
plays well.
And KC. So Lee, if those are two big playoff games and the NFL loves putting those on in December, he's fucked every year.
Yeah, I agree.
You try to get in the NFC West where you have Dome, Santa Clara, LA. Let's go.
that's the only reason Tom Brady was looking at the two places he was looking at. I think he's tired of 5-degree weather for half his season.
Could very well be. Yeah,
I mean,
taxes, retirement. Florida, isn't that where they all want to retire at?
yeah. I mean, all he's got to do is create an LLC or an S corp there, and he's allowed to claim it from there. He lives in Malibu now with Giselle, who somehow literally got hotter for some ridiculous reason. She's getting better with time. Jesus. And he seems to just be kind of falling apart slightly. But hey, maybe I'm just jealous.
Probably.
Let's move forward. Gervonta Davis. This is Fight Net Radio. Hey, by the way, go to fightnetradio.com. This is Lee Hunter. That's Andrew Labouche. That was bonus content for the podcast people. I brought this up on Monday. We're going to try to do it for the next couple of weeks. Are you officially off? Are you officially?
Yes, I took the remainder. I took the remainder of my parenting time off. I can't. Yeah. Yes, I am.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Look, yeah, I don't blame you. Look, my daughter, our kids are probably going to be out of school till fall, is what they're talking about now, which is mind-boggling in California. Thank God my daughter's about to drive, and bonus for you, your daughter's about to drive. So guess what? She can do all the driving, bro. Get her a hunker down and let her take the kids everywhere.
Yeah. With social media taking over the lives of
tell me you're not buying into this. You're not one of the deniers.
With social media, listen, with social media taking over so many lives, right? Almost everyone has to post shit. The other day, there was a little girl licking a bar at Disneyland, a pole or whatever.
There was a girl licking
and they're videotaping it. Nobody's stopping it. They're videotaping it. So my thing is, with all these cities that all of a sudden are on these emergency shutdowns, don't you think we'd have more videos of like, look at our hospital. There's not enough room for people.
We've talked about this off air. So, and I think I talked about it on a coaching call I did for marketing yesterday. It wasn't real for me. I mean, I follow all the news because that's kind of my day job, right? But my current friend that I've been going out with, right? Her sister has it. It's official. It's real. It's real.
Yeah, no, I get all that.
She works on the base, and it's real. And it's real.
I'm just saying, is social media blowing up with these videos?
No, Facebook. Okay, so the rumor that I hear, because I follow Facebook for marketing that I do for companies, and by the way, my phone has been blowing up. Like everybody wants to be online now. I'm literally making up numbers. Like I can't make up a number big enough anymore. And people go, okay, I need to be online. I guess I got to work from home. I said, it doesn't work that way. You can't just start today. It doesn't but I digress. There is a rumor that I've kind of substantiated that Facebook was pulling coronavirus stuff. And I can tell you this from an email perspective. If you put the word coronavirus in the subject line, news or otherwise, it's going to go straight into a spam trap on Yahoo and Gmail. That's not a conspiracy. I'm telling you that as fact.
So TikTok, YouTube,
they're
everyone
all
right
straining it up. They're all straining it.
Well, then. All right. Well, that's a huge problem.
Yeah, it is. And somebody caught Facebook doing it and actually brought it up.
We are North Korea now, is what Lee's saying, basically.
Haven't I been saying that for a while, though? I mean, let's be honest. I mean,
I am being honest right now, because if that's true, I don't know. I haven't looked into it. I'm just like, you would think there'd be a lot more videos of like chaos. I don't see chaos. I drove up my street to get coffee this morning. Granted, I did drive a little faster, thinking I was like a rebel on the street because no one was out.
Look, I go out. I keep my blinds down. I stay at home, right? I go out probably once a day for a walk. There's still people on the beach, right? All the shops are generally open. But I'm telling you, when it gets dark, dude, walking by restaurants that are usually, it's spring break, dude. There's nobody in Oceanside. Like, it's super creepy.
Yeah, you seen Vegas, man. Vegas is totally turned off. The lights are just shut. They just shut the strip down.
Happy birthday to me, Andrew, huh? This will be the first birthday not in Vegas. I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, literally, I could say this. In 31 years, I have not missed a birthday in Vegas. Have not. Has
Well,
not.
make a nice steak dinner at home and be thankful you're still healthy. You could do that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've already gained every pound that I lost during our week-long sickness here in the house. It's all back plus some. Oh no! Last night the kids ate the whole large yogurt. We woke up this morning, that was empty. Junior also had some in his bowl that he kicked off the couch, and that was lovely.
I'm so proud of that boy. You should just send me daily. Guess what Junior did? Like, I think that could be a regular segment for those that listen to the podcast. Like, we could lead off the show with guess what Junior did. I really can't guess anymore, Andrew. What? He grabbed the car, put stilts on like it was a cartoon, made a gun out of soap, and went to try to hold up a liquor store. I mean,
I think day one I drank the whole creamer for the coffee. I was banned from coffee for a few days. There's nothing to do, Lee. And then I was being all
binge watched. Here's how bad it is. I watch cooking shows anyway, but now I've binge watched all cooking competitions because there's no sports. There's not even wrestling. Like, there's nothing to watch for me. So now I binge watched everything ever on literally 5 different platforms. I've watched everything on Hulu. I've watched everything on Prime. I burned through Netflix. And
you got to remember, I just came back 2 weeks from December to January, took vacation 2 weeks.
Right.
Then in January, get hit with the fucking flu cold bug. Maybe it was Corona, who knows? But we get hit for a whole week. We're down. And now a few weeks later, so we've burned through a lot of TV. We've burned through so much. Junior's doing good on his mitts. His mitt work's getting good.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, the power is starting to come through the pad.
Always make sure that he's doing at least a good 10 to 20 burpees a day because, I want him to be rocked up and dangerous. Okay, Andrew? I have big dreams for this kid being not just a lunatic, but a rocked up fighting lunatic when he gets older. He is so it's almost scary. Like, he's literally in your playbook. And I didn't know that was genetic.
He does good.
Oh my God. I told Miggs the story that you told on the air about when you busted a pencil off in a dude's butt in the 3rd grade because he looked at your girlfriend and he goes, "You're joking." I said, "No." And he told it on a podcast pretty happily that he chivved the kid when he was the same age as his son. I mean, I said, I don't know why Andrew's shocked by any story by Junior. No shocking story that you could. They're not going to be. Look, we joke about it on this show, right?
Yeah, I got to write them down. Sometimes I got to write them. They're classic.
It's a stand-up career. It's almost like the jokes I make about me. I think everybody. I do the shocked and sad, and I did this with my daughter. This is how I knew how deep end I was with my life. I said, okay, here's my question. 16, she's going to be 16 in August. I go, and I just said this to her about a few months ago. I said, if I were found dead in a dumpster naked, I understand you'd be sad. I said, would you be surprised or shocked? She goes, oh, I'd be really sad. There's no question about it. But she goes, shocked or surprised? No, I think you can wind up in that kind of trouble. I said, wow. Wow. I only interact with her a couple days a week. Like, I literally had her raised by a nice human being and a nice stepfather. And my daughter still thinks it's completely feasible that you could wind up dead in Cabo San Lucas naked. I said, okay. I don't even know how I said.
At least they're giving us some money, huh? Yeah.
There you go.
Right before voting, we get broken off some checks, boy.
And for the record, since I'm here in San Diego, don't go to Mexico because you're not getting back in. It's just not happening down at the border. There you go. And as I said on the last show, in my attempt to support Las Vegas, Little Darlings, totally nude strip club on Industrial is still open for business and still doing Corona-free lap dances. Shout out to them. They should be a sponsor of this show. All right, let's move forward and talk a little boxing and cheer you guys up. Because Gervonta Davis is the one who's on the hot seat because he's just a douchebag. As you recall, okay, let's recap it, right? So last time we saw Gervonta, he was saying, I didn't put my hands on her. We had a video. It looked pretty much like he had hands on her, on him, and half a dozen of his friends. Then he went publicly. Yeah.
Someone's saying we don't know shit about boxing right now.
Junior's joining us on the phone. I'm already excited. Who does he want to talk to? He can have any celebrity he wants.
We got to start with Floyd's uncle, because it leads into Floyd's bad week, right? Because I believe this TMZ is dropped after Roger leaves the earth.
Gervonta is...
He's Floyd's fighter.
Yeah, I agree. All right, let's start with that.
Let's start with Roger. Yeah.
Okay, let's start with Roger. Good story to start with. For those of you living under a rock or you don't get alerts on your phone like I do, Roger Mayweather died. But the part I found most interesting about this story, because I'm actually not surprised by Roger being dead. He looks like you guys are going to hate me for this.
He was sick for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know how he held on this long. Like good for him for.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Right.
Go ahead.
He's been battling since Floyd Sr. took over the camp. That's why Floyd Sr. comes back, really. He takes over because Roger started going blind. And we noticed, the last few Floyd fights, Roger was being guided by TMT members, probably family. Don't get it twisted. It was probably family of Roger Mayweather's. But he needed someone to guide him into the fights. So he's been battling for a while. Every once in a while, Floyd released either an update or a photo. But yeah, it was very, very sad for Mayweather, though. His kids, not only they lose a close uncle, right? The guy who's basically around their father every time they seen him, probably during a fight or whatnot, good portion of their lives, and their mother were both taken from them this month. So just real hard for the Mayweather children to get through this month, and then Roger finally falling to whatever natural cause he had. I believe it was diabetes was the biggest thing he was battling.
Yeah, I agree. What? I'm getting beeped in my ear. What?
Hello, this is Dan Rayfield. I love Roger. He gave me food. Lots of food, as did Floyd. I love food. I still have the coronavirus.
Okay, good. I can keep perpetuating that and continue my highway to hell. Floyd, you realize, based on the number of views we did, that had to... When people started to do... I said this on Monday. When people started to say, get well soon, to our Dan Rayfield story, I knew we were in trouble. That one made its way back. Dan's not going to be sending me a Christmas card this year for sure. What I was blown away with by this story is this, Andrew. What 2025 plans? Okay, Floyd's comeback is off. Who said it was on? Okay, first of all, when was it on? I know that he's been talking some real bullshitty things, right? As previously reported, 43-year-old Floyd was planning on 2 fights in 2020. One involving the UFC and the other fight against an established, respected boxer.
Yeah, right.
Okay, we cover boxing every week. Like, tell me this isn't a press announcement that showed up on TMZ's desk.
Yeah, yes. Press announcement. Floyd and
Floyd's
TMZ working together.
Right. He's been working with the UFC and Dana White, and he's going to fight in a cage, and he's going to fight on top of a boat, and then he's going to wrestle an alligator, all in 2020. It's all off right now because Roger died. What? I mean, to be seriously honest, I understand the second part completely. For those of you who don't know, we covered it last week. Mayweather's ex, Josie Harris, who has a long-standing issues with drugs. There's not a real surprise there. And as we said, Roger...
Listen, Floyd said that. Floyd has said that about
Floyd
her.
also said he was fighting twice in 2020. So I guess we're all taking it as
So,
gospel,
we can't-
right?
Yeah, I don't know if we want to say she had a long history with drugs. That's something Floyd said the woman was dealing with when
That's
they
why
were
he
in their
had to put
domestic.
hands on her, bro.
Yes,
He had
yes,
to.
when they had,
He
yes.
had to beat her up because,
So we
right?
don't know. Hopefully what is it called? Toxicology report is gonna show us what really happened to her. No one really knows yet.
Yeah.
What a dick. He's such a dick.
This is a mind-boggling. This is a press release that went out from Team Mayweather that they just took paragraphs off of it and didn't proof. Nobody actually wrote this story. This is just some bullshit that wound up on a TMZ desk. Whoa, here's a newsflash. I was gonna fight twice, but I'm not gonna do it anymore. Josie Harris was kind of the worst part for me, and it was really bad. And then Roger died, and now I can't fight anymore. That's what this article is. This is that crazy an article. And I can't
Floyd's
believe
had
that.
some weird ones. Didn't he have a friend also call him up while he committed suicide? He shot his girlfriend and then committed suicide on the phone with Floyd. It was either he was talking to Floyd while he did it, or he had just gotten off the phone telling Floyd he had killed his girlfriend and then kills himself. Either way, Floyd's been in some weird cases, triangles like this. But
he's my hero. I'm telling you, he's made out of Teflon. I want everybody to remember this. Floyd made us believe through his buddy 50 Cent, Curtis, that he couldn't read to sell a fight. I really want this guy to write a book. I so want him to write a book and go, let me tell you how I did it. I would be the first one buying it and needing an autograph on it. Okay? Because one of those chapters is the day I made you thought I couldn't read. The day I made my ex-wife, who I beat up on a daily basis, that my kids actually saw me beat up. Josie Harris was a lifelong drug addict. And then to top it off in 2020, I wasn't really going to fight. But when Roger, who was dying in the hospital, it killed me. But I also positioned 2 fights for 2021 by saying I was going to have 2 fights in 2020 that I haven't even trained once for. He makes gym videos turning on a water faucet. Have you seen him put out a single training video since January?
I don't believe this story at all. One, he's 43 years old. Floyd's not going to fight a respected boxer anymore. The very least, it was Manny Pacquiao, and I believe they've thrown that fight out there so many times. No one's hit on it. They haven't gotten any responses from any of the big networks, so I don't see them going with that rematch.
Yeah, he might as well say I was going to go to Macau, China, and go fight Manny Pacquiao, but now that there's a virus, I guess the fight is off. He's just making shit up, and
there's no one that wants to pay him that money though. The money's not going to generate over $200 million, and that's how much both of these guys want combined salaries. Right? Manny's not. What do you think? Manny's going to go in there for anything less than what he made last time, and neither is Floyd.
Right.
And if they are coming off, it's not going to be by a lot, and I think the risk still doesn't match the reward for the guys that are ultimately writing their checks. So they're out. They back out of this deal. The money for Floyd was getting his possibly his undefeated record bought by the UFC. That's where Floyd's money was. If anybody was trying to talk Floyd into a $1 billion deal, it's fighting in the octagon. But ultimately, Floyd's ego is probably going to get the best of that battle, and he's not going to do it because, one, many say a boxer has no business in the cage, even as a prime fighter. And in this case, he's 43, and I don't think he has any desire to try to learn to ground and pound or a sprawl or any kind of defense on a takedown. So, why even do it? I believe that's where Floyd's at, but that's the only money he has left. Dana White and the owners of the UFC would have to buy his undefeated record. I believe it's $1 billion. Why not sign him for 2 fights? The first one, give him the 100 and something million, turn him on. Give him a guy that's not a ground and pound guy, very limited on ground. And maybe, what would you say? A gatekeeper, someone he can beat. And then if Floyd beats him, does get by him, well, then you have the big showdown with Floyd and whatever champ there is. I don't know why the UFC doesn't invest in this. It seems like it would put their sport at a place it's never been if they were to get Floyd. Now at 43, I don't know if that argument's still there, but when Floyd first started messing with the MMA, I don't know why the UFC didn't go for that right away. But
I agree. And by the way, since I haven't read this from TMZ, there's the second to last paragraph. Oh, by the way, there's a corona pandemic, so events are being canceled anyway, so it's unclear if Floyd was going to be able to lock down a fight date in 2020. That's because there weren't any. Who wrote this? Like, this is literally the most embarrassing TMZ got duped story I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm not saying he's not sad, but to put Josie's name in here, I don't think he gave two flying craps about her. Okay? I just don't. There is nothing to indicate that, his...
Yeah, I thought his Twitter or Facebook was kind of weird that night and listen, personally, I don't know these two. I don't know what type of relationship they had. I can only go off of what we've seen in the media, right? When this domestic violence case happened. Lee, she said she couldn't even be in the same room with him. Right. That he gave her panic attacks.
We've talked about it, and when this story broke and I talked about it with Miggs, I said, look, Fight Net Radio has a very simple policy on these situations. You put hands on a woman, one, we will never forget it. Number two, I'm going to talk about it forever. And number three, yeah, Floyd is that kind of scumbag, and he should have went to jail, and he should have been ass raped by a...
He actually does go to jail for this case. Remember, this is the one where the kid, his son, jumps the backyard fence and runs the security guard.
Right, but I wanted general pop for Floyd. I mean, I'm just going to be perfectly honest. I wanted horror stories. There weren't. They kept him on special lockdown for the time that he did.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Well, I don't get my way.
Well, and then the night that it happened, that they found her, he's putting out things, my angel, my rock, and it was just really weird because how they ended, at least in the media, right? Looking from the TMZ point of view, it seemed like you beat the hell out of this woman and she hated your guts. She was not your rock. She was not your angel. Really weird.
It's completely weird, and I don't get it. You and I, you currently are married to a very fiery woman. I have dated my fair share of fiery women. Nowhere in my mind when they blow up at me, threaten me with a knife or a gun, which may or may not have happened to me multiple times. My thought is never about putting hands on him, ever.
Yeah, no.
I guess you're going to kill me. Let's see how this goes down. I don't know. This article is mind-boggling.
I got one more for your article, bro.
Yeah.
It's almost as if someone read it and said, hey, also Kobe Bryant. Oh, yeah. On top of that, on top of all...
Right. Roger died. Josie died. There's coronavirus. It is in here. It's right here. On top of that, Floyd was crushed to death by the friend of Kobe Bryant. Like... You guys have no shame in this article. They weren't friends. Like, there are no pictures of them hanging out at the club in Vegas. I guarantee his wife did not want him hanging out with Floyd. I mean,
I've been to a lot of, we've both been to a lot of Floyd's press conferences, fights, whatever. I don't remember. I remember Tiger Woods. I remember Denzel, right? They used to go to a lot of his. Jordan.
If you'd said Gordon Ramsay. I've seen Gordon Ramsay at a Mayweather fight. I can keep going on this list. Chadwick Boseman.
Jay-Z's been to a lot of Floyd fights. You seen the New York cat there? Yes.
They're just literally making up names in this article for clickbait.
Don't remember Kobe Bryant. Don't remember the Black Mamba, I got to say.
Yeah, well, the line they left out, so I'm going to write the final line of this story. Floyd will be holding a press conference to talk about how sad he is, how he was about to fight twice, the fact that his friend Kobe's dead, his ex-wife who he went to jail over, and, by the way, his uncle, who has been dying for an extended period of time. Anyway, Come on, Floyd. Like, you've got no fucking shame. Like, this just makes me feel like, and they say exclusive. Exclusive what? You got something written by Floyd's camp and you printed it verbatim. Like, this is literally the craziest article that I've ever read on the show, and I've read some crazy articles.
We call it clickbait.
I read one on Monday about Bob Arum smoking pot, and like they coupled that with him doing studio fights.
Yeah,
right? They literally cobbled together 2 stories on Bob to make a story in the UK, and I thought, all right, you guys are stretching, but I'll go with it. I mean, this is straight up TMT writing an article, sending it over. TMZ did not proof this thing at all. They put all the tags in. By the way, that's what it is when I highlight these. These are called tags, right? Right? Crushed to death. Why would you say that about Kobe? I mean, like, you're not saying that he's crushed to death by the death of his friend, who he wasn't friends with, but crushed to death and Kobe, who was in a helicopter accident. This line is just tasteless based on the way you have it highlighted. I'm going to just tell you what I'm...
Uncle Roger, who was also Floyd's trainer, had been ill for a while.
Yeah,
you moved it. Come on. Read what they put on him. He was fond of him. He was crushed by Kobe, but fond of his uncle.
Fond. He was crushed by Kobe. And that's why he's canceling all of his fights for 2020. What fights, people? Are you guys, like, literally...
Hey.
Shame on you, TMZ. Shame on you. You guys got to proof a story. In further Floyd news, Gervonta Davis is back. Well, he was back earlier in the week. There you go.
Bad week for TMT. Here we go.
TMZ has obtained new footage on Gervonta Davis. All right, let's see the new video. How bad is this thing? Exactly. Let's see their new video. So it's a different shot. It's the sky cam. There, correct? Oh, no, there. Okay. Yeah, hands really...
Okay, this is him pulling her out. Now, it's when they get to the back here is supposed to get when he throws the blow.
Wow, somebody really followed this all the way on video. Oh, this is back. There they are coming through. Oh, that's not good, bro.
Yeah.
This deserves a zoom and a review. Hold on. I gotta look at this. And people are shooting it with their cameras. There it is.
Yeah, and they're gonna go after that guy too.
And she threw a punch, and then there's shit going on back there, and there's people with more cameras.
Go back some farther.
Okay,
it's when Gervonta Davis is walking in the door.
All right, so he's walking in. The picture is going to pick up right up on the other side, right?
Yep.
Right here. Yep, there he is. Oh, that's a left hand. That's a...
Yeah, that was a left.
Yeah. Oh.
So watch this guy. So this guy in his little credential tag, he's recording.
Hey, look, if I was there, I would have pulled out my camera.
Right?
Now he's like fronting up on people, and somebody said something to Gervonta.
That was Davis. Davis got in his face. Dude squared up like he's in his... What's up, dog? This is my video, dog.
Wow. So this dude who's just a regular reporter, he's mad at the reporter for taking the video?
Yeah, hey, no one's mad about him beating the shit out of a girl, but don't get mad about my video. I'll fucking knock your ass out.
By the way, let me tell you how crazy this is. The dude's just standing. He followed it in. He's got a credential.
Yeah.
They're in the back room. Which fucking basketball player is that asshole? Got 2 basketball players. Are these like the B-level celebrities who didn't make it? Oh my God, that's so great. Then the wannabe Mike Goldberg comes and breaks it up. I like this guy just straight up fronting on the 3-foot tall Gervonta Davis. I'm not sure I have balls that big, but I would imagine the guy only comes up to my fucking belly button. He's really small. Like, I wouldn't be fronting on a big giant hug. I wouldn't.
Not about the assault. Not mad about the assault, but the video. Don't ask for my video.
Yeah, he comes right over. Oh my God, look at that. He doesn't look at anybody else but Huggy Bear there, right? Then two of his guys hold him back, and this guy's like, wait a minute, payday? That's Gervonta Davis. Yeah, throw it, bitch. That's what I would have said. I said if you were a real man, you'd throw the punch. And I'd be going, yay, TMTB, they'd be paying me all day. I would take the shot from Gervonta.
So, at the very least, Gervonta Davis will be paying his ex here a few $100,000. I'm thinking $250,000. His next fight, she'll get $250,000.
I don't know. You shouldn't have backed off, bro. You would have gotten paid. I think you blew
good
it.
thing for Gervonta Davis. Floyd said he's the most exciting fighter in the sport right now.
Well, to be perfectly honest, he's the most exciting thing going on in Floyd's life until he dies, and then he will be the lifelong friend of Floyd Mayweather and prospect that he has worked very closely with, and he won't be fighting for 2021 because he has to take time off for Gervonta Davis, who's now probably going to be in jail.
Ryan Garcia doesn't want Tank Davis locked up. We can't fight in jail.
You're so cute. Ryan's so cute. Oh, Ryan.
Just trying to be the good guy.
Just trying to be I want to be Oscar Light. Oh, you're so cute, Ryan. In further news, Ishe Smith apparently has an opinion about Tyson Fury and his stance. Why, bro? Aren't you out of boxing? I mean, I can't imagine what this article says, but didn't we run this guy out of boxing a while ago because he couldn't box anymore?
Every once in a while, you see these interviews with these fighters, and you're like, "What? I don't understand. What this? Does it get trafficked? I don't know, Lee. Maybe this got 30,000 hits. I don't know." Well, you see it a lot in the boxing world.
More importantly, Der Wiener Schnitzel just sent me a coupon for a free dozen chili cheese dogs. I'm not saying they're desperate, Andrew. Former super welterweight champion of the world and contender star. He was not a contender star. The contender star is currently working for DAZN doing homework. But all right, I digress.
Yeah, Ishe Smith was the pro prospect, fucking failed on that show.
Yes.
Like he had such an advantage going into that show. He was already on prime time. He had already fought on big networks. He had already fought like under Golden Boy and Top Rank. I thought he was going to win that show hands down, and he loses like match one.
Well, we've done the interview, right? Somewhere in the archive, I could probably pull it up because I have one of the trainers from the season after it happened, and he said point blank, he goes, he might be the most gifted fighter I've ever seen. He goes, but he's got a bad head. Like there's stuff going on inside of him.
Oh, it is.
And that's what it is. Let's see what Ishe thinks of the now heavyweight champion. Taking to the platform in the wake of Stephen Cunningham's continued post regarding gloves worn by the ex-opponent Tyson Fury for the first Deontay Wilder fight, Smith gave his honest opinion. Cunningham is sticking to his belief that someone was up with Fury's attire on December 2018 draw. In a series of posts, Smith attempted to explain that he was highly unlikely Fury did anything wrong. Oh, great. That's great. Yay. I don't even know about this conspiracy. Like, have you heard this conspiracy theory at all?
Yeah, that he didn't have his gloves all the way in.
Yeah, right.
He was removing padding.
Yeah.
Now it's steroids. He was eating boar meat to cover a steroid.
Well, we talked about this. We talked about this on Monday, right? And hopefully every Fight Net radio fan or video watcher knows this. PBC, i.e. Deontay Wilder, when he has an issue, what's the number one card he plays on the fighter? Which, by the way,
it is drugs. But I'll tell you this: they would not go on with the third fight. They would walk from this third fight if they really thought any of this shit was true. One, you haven't heard Deontay say any of these excuses. I mean, Deontay ran with one of the craziest things we ever heard, the costume. I get it. Although, I do think we are underestimating his 6'7" stance in wearing an all-leather costume with wires running through it to have little beams. We might be underplaying it just a little. Although Deontay did a terrible job of walking around his damn locker room for 45 minutes too, and he doesn't hold himself accountable for that, and he should. If he would have said, you know what, I was nervous inside. If you guys seen, for like the whole fucking 45 minutes, I'm walking. Lennox Lewis and Andre Ward both brought it up. Then he switched it up with, and this goddamn all-leather costume for a 6'7" man did weigh down a little. And we move on.
Right.
This shit that his fans have created, this thing online, the gloves, the video. I mean, you got guys doing videos breaking down
from 2015. Really, people? From 2015. Jesus, he was a car crash. Like, you guys could talk about him doing cocaine, talk about him doing a lot of stuff in 2015, and he still managed to beat Klitschko at that point. Klitschko didn't make any excuses for it. Jeez.
The only thing I would say is Deontay hasn't. Deontay's sticking with the costume one, and that's fine. We'll see what he comes in on the third fight with. But he hasn't. You haven't heard him talk steroids, dirty test, or cover test, the glove thing, conspiracy. No, it's very sad that his fans have done this to his defeat too. Nobody took this thing well. This loss well, Deontay or his fans.
Was okay, I'll say it again. Was everybody that blind to how bad a boxer Deontay Wilder actually was? Like, how did you guys not?
No.
He's got the right hand of the gods. He can knock anything out. Oh, okay.
Well, that was real. That's real, though. And that's about all he has. Lee, you got to give him that first fight with Tyson Fury. That's a great 12th round that he had. And I don't mean give it to him as in victory. I'm saying he proved himself that night in the 12th round. But no, he lacked technique from the very beginning. We talked about it many times on this show. I believe in the first fight, we told everyone it was going to be hard for him to land a fucking punch, and there was multiple rounds where he was only awarded one shot. Very hard for him to land a punch in that first fight. If you heard Tyson Fury say the other day, Tyson said, in the first fight, I showed you I could outbox him for 12 rounds. In the second fight, I bullied him and stopped him. In the third fight, I'm going to retire this big dosser. So, yeah, and I believe it.
He's probably in the first or second round. I think Deontay's coming back for one more paycheck.
I think he sees
the writing on the wall.
I think ultimately Finkel and Al Heyman sat down with Deontay and told him the truth. They stopped bullshit and said, this is the biggest avenue. This is the biggest path right here for you to be financially set on your way out. You're 34, 35 years old. This is going to bring another 40 million, hopefully 30 to 35 million, because I don't think it could come close to what he made in this fight because it's a lesser percentage in the rematch. But ultimately, we all knew this, you guys. This is why he was stupid for not signing the DAZN or the ESPN. He had his pick at either one. It's sad. Still, as Showtime abandoned him a fight later, and Al Heyman and Finkel, the only plan they had for him was a trilogy. There is no, let's build you up again, champ. We'll come back in a year for your title. Nah, go right back at it. 5 months later, everyone goes home.
Yep, I agree. And I'm telling you, the free chili cheese dogs from Der Wiener Schnitzel are calling to me, Andrew. I got eyes and ears everywhere. I know.
My lady put a damn licorice thing by my computer. So now I'm eating late. I got to stop eating this freaking red vine.
I gained 5 pounds in the last couple of days. I mean, I'm not grossing back up to Andrew wedding weight or anything, but clearly if I continue to lay in bed, and I just got a notification while we were doing this on my phone. I'm not going to go to that weight ever again. That's just, I was ridiculous. I just got a notification. Netflix wants people to stop streaming so much because it's putting a strain on the internet. What? You want me to watch cable? Cable's live. Like, I can't do anything with that.
No, definitely put on weight. I know that.
Daytime cable is a joke right now.
Matter of fact, it's noon. I get lunch right now. So.
Oh, look at you, cute man. I'm actually sad because I did the Mandalorian over the weekend, and like I'm out of when are they releasing the other Star Wars movie? At least that's 2 hours I can knock off my day. Jeez. They're so nothing. Like, I started to watch a new Netflix show that I think they threw together in about a week. We interviewed 100 people, the first question is, do looks count? I'm like, you made 20 episodes of this? Like, you just walked, and if you watch it, it's basically people standing out between two buildings answering questions. And I thought, you're inventing content to keep us on. And now, oh, Jesus, I can't handle this, Andrew. I can't. I'm going crazy. To add to the list of people who are canceling, Rafael Soto reporting for Boxing Scene. Zanfer Promotion will pause all boxing events in Mexico. That's the biggest company out there, for those of you who don't know. Zanfer Promotions, in coordination with Boxing Azteca, will suspend all boxing events scheduled live and until further notice. Zanfer will continue to transmit Boxing Saturday to Saturday, while the health contingency lasts as local officials deal with. Wow, that's a bad sentence. Wow, that's kind of a run on there. So Fernando Beltran's going to shut it all down. You know what? Good for him. He was literally the last one to do it. So
yeah, I know. Where was he going to stage it at, bro? And then everyone else already did that.
Bob reported on Monday on Sirius XM, and we reported on it Monday night. Bob's going to studio. He's going to do it old school, right? I just got to work. I just got to work it out. I'm going to smoke pot and work it out with the Nevada Athletic Commission, and we're going to shoot it in a studio.
Right now, Lee, there can be no more than 50 people in a room. Like, actually, they're going to have to
officially, and it's coming down. Well, I know it is for my county. It'll work its way through California. San Diego County right now is 10. They're shutting down gyms and everything else.
See? Yeah, I don't even know if a studio environment's going to work for these guys soon. If this thing gets any worse, and all the predictions are is the numbers are only going to increase as we start testing more, or at least testing. I don't even know if testing more is the actual right statement. I don't think we've been testing at all. So, yeah, well, I don't know what to say. I wish they would let us see a lot more chaos out there in the street. I just don't. I don't have any chaos happening.
You want the zombie apocalypse?
Yeah, there's no chaos happening. The streets are empty.
You want the chaos.
I just wish for all the, we got to close the city down. We got to close the city by next week. There could be martial law. What? Like, why?
Yeah, I've heard that too from some reliable sources too. Like, people through the National Guard and stuff I've been told about this. Like, oh, this is a real thing. Like, if this doesn't stop spreading.
Said they were pulled over and asked to see their ID of where they worked. What the fuck?
Yeah. That's well, here's look, you just happen to have an advantage, right? Like, you have Wolverine as a child, right? So if the shit hits the fan, you're just, taping knives onto Junior, and he'll take care of the house. Like, just let him patrol like a pit bull. Nobody's coming over the wall at that kid.
Outdoorsmen's a great head start. Yes. Or the guys that really take this shit serious and head for the mountains. I mean, come on, you guys had like 2 weeks before they actually went into this shutdown, and then if it advances the martial law, these guys are already gone. They already have tents in the forest.
Somebody brought that up the other day. They're like, okay, well, if it gets bad, you're going to come stay with us. Nobody wants you there alone by yourself. I said, first of all, there's a security fence in front of my place. You got to get in here with a key. And I said, my front yard is the beach. Where am I getting attacked from? Aquaman? Like, where are they coming to get me from exactly? I mean, I've shot the episode right off my back deck. Where are they coming from? Like, they're going to walk a mile down from the first accessible gate to come to my complex, to my unit, to come get me in the zombie apocalypse? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Like, when I lock this place down, it's kind of just me in a fortress. Like, nothing's going to happen here. I actually feel bad for my landlord because he's been trying to sell this place, and I'm kind of trying to help sell it. And I looked at him yesterday. I'm like, you realize none of us might be able to pay you. Like, and there's nothing you can do about it. He goes, I know. I'm like, oh, that sucks. Like, I can't imagine being a landlord right now.
Well, that's when President Trump's fucking plan is going to give us all money. I got 4 babies under 18. Let's go.
Dude, you're a union guy.
Oh yeah,
Nothing is going to happen.
Well, I mean, on that part,
Order a
on
bunch
our
of
part,
frozen
unemployment.
pizzas and a heavy bag, okay, and just
Oh yeah,
chill out.
we're good on food. No, we're good on food. I can't do this for 5 weeks. I'll tell you that. You know
Well,
what I
no,
mean?
you'll go crazy. The kids will go crazy. At some point, Junior's going to turn on you, and that'll be the end of it.
Yeah, no. So, yeah, union man or not, I couldn't do it for 5 weeks. And I know unemployment ain't shit. We already looked into that, so I don't want to do that. I'd rather go back to work. Like, I'm giving it 2 weeks. I got 2 weeks of baby time, so I'll take the 2 weeks off. And it's nice that it ended where it did. A lot of people's tax money still ain't even back, so that's good. That'll help out America a
They
lot.
stopped taxes. They let people out of jail. They're not arresting anybody from LA to San Diego County right now.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah,
really
they said,
got
they
to
don't
kill
want you
someone
getting-
to get arrested.
Yeah, they don't want you getting tickets. Yeah, they told the cops stop giving out tickets. So you
Like,
can
I'm-
actually do about 80 right now. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Hey, like I said, I took off a little this morning. I was like the only car out there, bro. Seriously, I seen one person walking at 6:30 in the morning in Tracy, California.
Every day when I get up and I walk out because I have a market nearby, I walk to my market. I keep thinking, oh, it's going to look like the end of the world, right? There's going to be weeds growing through the cement and kids with the vacant stare like they're in the end of the Avengers movie. Hey, kid, what happened here? And they just stare with dead children of the corn eyes at me. Yeah.
Come back.
Every day I'm wanting that to happen every time I walk down the street. Like I want to see a kid on like a bike look at me with dead eyes. What happened out here?
Well, I think what we all learned from this is we can take down a country without a bomb. We knew about chemical warfare. I don't think it's ever been done to this degree, but they crushed us. This by accident, on purpose. I don't know what side of the fence you're on with it, but this thing crushed us. And if this was real, if this was a real virus that was actually taking lives and spreading like a wildflower that we couldn't contain, just think how easy it would be to actually really bring it down on us after hitting our country with something like that deadly. So yeah, it kind of sucks, man. I think, who was it, George Carlin, that always talked about we were a light switch away from being cavemen again. And he wasn't too far from the truth on that. Right now we still have our power, but
Bro.
our actions have showed we're not too far away from animals when we get into panic mode.
Hey, bro. Are you trying to say that me being in fishnets is the reason why there's a pandemic? Is that what you're saying?
I have no idea where that went.
Really, bro? That's what you just said.
I know you're Oscar. I know you're just as Oscar,
why
but
are you putting it on me, bro?
What are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Clearly, you have inside information about me, so I guess I'll just get it out of the way since I'm already holed up in a hotel room, bro. All right. Dick, why you gotta break stories like this? All right. So I might have been in China. I might have been with a lot of women. I might have been near a virus facility. I might have gotten a little fucking coked up. I might have brought it back with me, and I might be patient zero in the United States. That's what I'm saying. And you just fucking outed me.
Yeah, actually, I think you just outed yourself. I didn't know.
Oh, fuck.
Fucking Oscar.
You're fucking right, bro. Why am I so stupid, bro? Oh,
Almost
wait, I wore the
seems like
fish.
Oscar
I wore
movie,
the fishnets, right, bro? And then said it wasn't me, and then I said it was me on ESPN
Yes.
even.
And even his own from Bob Arum came out and said, "You got to know this young man is stupid."
He's
He
always
didn't
been
finish
stupid.
school.
The kid got a bag full of rocks as brains. He just admitted to creating the coronavirus in the United States. Jesus, what's next? They're going to tell him how I fixed his fights? What a fucking moron. Jesus Christ, Oscar. Shut up.
Also, can't quarantine with a lot of junk food. Nah, you gain about 5 pounds in the first 2 days.
That's almost as obvious as Floyd can really read, actually.
Yeah, well, dude, I thought, we would like stretch it out, You'd have a little bit one day and there'd be some the next. Nah, man, these kids, they're fucking, they don't stop. These two boys don't stop eating. They're fucking hungry and they cry like he didn't just fucking feed them.
Just get Wolverine claws for Junior, all right? Just strap him on. And just let him go patrol the yard a couple of times. He'll dig dirt. Sure, he'll kill a few stray cats that come through the yard. Okay, it's good for him, right? It just keeps him in training for the zombie apocalypse that's coming.
Well, one of them found the BB gun. The fucking
There
Red
we go.
Ryder. Yeah, the
There
Red
we
Ryder was
go.
on my bed when I got in here to do the show. I don't know who pulled that out.
Dad, load it. I can already tell you who it is, and the only reason it's in there is because he doesn't know how to load it yet. Oh my God, I love your son. Oh my God, he is my favorite. Ever since the dead eye look about me and the candy with Tanya at the table, where he literally just kept hitting everybody's candy dish and then like eyeballing people when they wouldn't give up their candy. Wow, you are my favorite person ever, child. Ever. Oh my gosh, that's the best. I thought my daughter cheating at all games until she was about the age of 12 was my favorite thing. I'm wrong. Junior from the wedding forward has done nothing to disappoint me in how much he is just like his dad. Oh my God, he is so great.
Yeah.
I wish I took a photo of him at the table. And fortunately, Tanya was with me at the time, so she actually watched it with me, where we watched the dead eye stare of, give me your candy, I have a switchblade. Kid's tough, man. I'm not gonna deny it, man. I hope he finds boxing soon.
We're trying.
Oh my God. Jiu-jitsu, football, I don't know. Competitive tractor pulling.
He did baseball. We missed the sign-ups this year, but it didn't matter because coronavirus knocked that sport out.
Why would you do that? He'll spike a kid. He will spike a kid.
No, he did good in baseball last year.
Did he?
Yeah. He can't fucking catch if his life depended on it. Okay, I don't think he's a good defensive player, but throwing and speed, he could run. I don't want to say he's the fastest, but he's one of the fastest. He's very quick, so that was good. I want to put him in soccer. That's the one sport that I want.
He's tough as shit. Has no issue starting a fight with anything that is well beyond his size or capabilities. And he can move fast. Wow.
I know he's fast. Yes, sir. Yeah.
That is a dangerous combination of a human being in the making, Andrew.
We're hoping.
What was it for you? Boxing? Is that where you finally calmed down? Like, what was the sport that actually stopped you from shitting kids in the class?
No, yes, it was boxing, especially because when I got into boxing, we got to build our gym. We started in a garage. Our trainer started us off in a garage, and we go to the police athletic league, ask for a grant, get a grant, and then we start our own gym. So it was a big process that got us our gym in our city.
There's something to do. You could just start organizing all the kids and start doing, backyard fights. I don't see why you can't do that for the next couple of weeks.
Junior only has one sparring partner right now. His cousin, Elijah, comes over. Everyone, they're the same age. Only a few months separates them.
I'm guessing Elijah doesn't like it.
No, Elijah's good. No, he's a rough kid himself. He's a wrestler. When he gets hit, he'll say, "I gotta learn. I'm gonna get better." Like he doesn't shy away at all. He'll take it.
It's good. It's hard for he'll do MMA if he can wrestle and actually take a punch. But I just know that the reason I've gotten away with murder and been able to do the crazy sports that I've done is I don't mind getting hit. Like once you don't mind getting hit, it's not that bad. Right. Boxing actually, I know everybody watches and go, "Oh, there's no way I could do that." You gotta like to be hit. I don't care what anybody says. You can watch fighters like Floyd who don't want to be hit and they become great defensive fighters. Floyd is singularly the best defensive fighter of all time. That would be my argument for Floyd.
Yeah, see, I probably learned that backwards. I went in thinking I was Chavez and then learned I didn't like to be hit. You're probably right on that.
And you've already seen it. We've documented it on video. I'm the complete opposite of, if we raise $5,000, I'm going to let a heavyweight punch me for real in a Cleto Reyes glove. unwrapped hand and just let him pop me. I was trying to tell that story to Miggs. He's like, was it a real heavyweight contender? I said, oh no, Billy was the real deal. He was in the top 10 of the WBC. He had all the silver and all the platinum belts. He could never get a real fight. I said, and it hurt. He goes, you're a nut. I said, wasn't as bad as the guy who trained me how to box, who fought David Tua, when he got mad at me for catching him with an uppercut during a sparring session because he wasn't wearing headgear and he was just screwing around. And I just came up under him. I said, when he turned on a real pro left hook to the side of my head, I said, the concussion is real. Like, that's a real punch. That's when you're sparring with someone and they actually go into fighter mode and they actually catch you really hard and they look at you and go, are you okay? It hurt my hand. And that's not a good sign. I'm stupid, Andrew. You know what? I should just get coronavirus for the show and die slowly here because it's the only thing I haven't done yet. Okay. Since 2007, we were talking about this on Monday after the show. I said, yeah, all the guys you hate in the press room, the schmo and all these guys who are doing characters, I said, they're bad ripoffs of me. I said, the only reason I quit is because you run out of gags to do. Like, you can't keep boxing celebrities. You can't keep doing cage fights. You can't have heavyweights actually punch you. I mean, what? I'm going to go get Logan Paul or KS1 or whatever the hell their name is this week from YouTube to fight me. It's dumb. And I don't like working out anymore, Andrew. I've discovered this. I don't like working out anymore. Period. It seems to be too much. I went to a spin class a week ago before this all started, and I thought it was a lot of work. This is Fight Net Radio. I hope we cheered you up with us killing time.
Is that it? That's the last show. You gotta say when it's the last. What was the last?
We could do more stories, Andrew. Look, I don't need to let you go. We can do it all afternoon.
No, I gotta go. I just seen so many stories. I was
Stanford, like, Floyd, ex-worker, Gervonta. No, we're good. What's this one? Hold on. Oh, Leon Spinks. We didn't cover Leon. I might as give a shout out to Leon. Leon's apparently fighting for his life. All right, honest to God truth, and this is going to make me sound like a total dick, Andrew. I thought Leon Spinks was already dead. I swear to you, I thought he was dead. I swear I thought we covered the story that Leon Spinks was dead. When I pulled up this story, I'm like, he's still alive? I feel like we should do a dead or alive boxing game and see how well we actually do on these topics. First of all, I don't even want to this is not good video.
Yeah, a lot of fighters from our early days starting to leave. I mean, look at Whitaker and Roger are both in heaven right now. And Arturo Gotti's up there.
Yeah,
Alexis is up there.
Yeah, Sugar Ray Leonard's up there, right? With Ray Boom Bam Mancini, right?
Oh no, don't
I get
start.
it. Sorry. Marvin Hagler, he's dead, right? Or did he just move to Italy? Well, that would make him dead. That would make him dead anyway, right?
He's battling it right now.
Yes, everybody send your hate mail to Lee Honish. Leon Spinks is having trouble swallowing these days, so his wife, Brenda, crushes 7 pills he takes every morning to dissolve them in water and loads them into a syringe. She injects the contents into the retired boxer's feeding tube. Jesus. He has prostate cancer. He underwent 3 rounds of chemotherapy, but the cancer spread into his bones. In November, Brenda said one of the doctors treating Spinks said he had about 2 weeks to live. I want her to be like, okay, here's the douchey part. I want her to be, she's white. Way to go, Leon. Hold on here. I got to see what she looks like. I wish that was her. I wish that was his wife and not his nurse. Because to me, that would be the ultimate here. Like some woman just jumped on while he had cancer.
The girl on the photo?
No.
To the right.
It's I'll show you exactly who it was.
Wife is the girl
That's
on
her.
The photo.
She's coming up right now. That was a doctor. Hold on. They didn't show a picture. Yeah, no.
Yeah, go back to the first thing.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. I want to see the wife. I got it. Yeah, she's all right. They're
Oh,
the
there you
same
go.
age.
Well, that's
She's
them
age
now.
appropriate.
Hey, at
Well,
least
I
they
mean,
stood together. At least they're real.
she's for her age. I'm gonna put her at 60-ish, 55, 60. I mean, I know me, I'd bang her anyway, but she's about to be single, dude. Somebody's got to
Oh
hobble
my
on that shit.
gosh, you're so mean.
I'm going to be 52, Andrew. Tell me how it's not age appropriate.
No, I know. I hear you. I hear you. Just the man isn't. He's still here, man.
Are you sure? Are you sure he's still here? I'm just moving in on the real estate early.
Already
Does he
eyeing.
look here? Does he look here?
See, look, that's them right there on the right.
Oh yeah, no, she was good for him. She got him after the prime. Guess she gets all the money for.
It was really that one fight, though, right? I mean, he loses to Ali a few months later, and then kind of never regains anything back in the head. That's really his one moment was the win on Ali.
Okay, let's see. I put him at about $5 million. Oh, he only has 400 grand. I guess she's there for love. Good for her. I wouldn't stay. She should be out.
Hey,
I'm putting it out there.
Congratulations to him for dying with $400,000 net worth, though.
Hey, well, Floyd isn't. Floyd is not.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, Lee, that's for a lot of athletes, this is unheard of, isn't it? What's the percentage of football players that go bankrupt? Isn't it in the 90s?
Yeah, it's 90%. It's a dumb. He's been living in St. Louis, so he lost to Fred Hoop, who was 13-3 at the time. God damn.
Hey, he lost to a guy who was 2-34.
He fought in 95. Did you even know that he fought on into the 90s?
Hey, listen to me. When you lose to a guy who's 2-34, James Wilder, 1993, your career is over. Your career is officially over when you lose to 2-34.
Well, by the way, here's why I don't have much of a problem by it. Okay, he got unanimous decision loss. He didn't get the KO till really later on. But he's doing the formula that I said everybody should be doing, right? Go to the Civic Center, go make some money, right? I'm playing the Union Hall in Countryside. I'm gonna make my 50 grand and just go have my fight against.
Down to Ali.
That's 78. Jesus Christ, he fought into the 90s. Like he doesn't get special, till 78. 78 when he gets the split decision over Ali.
He only has 8 professional fights at this moment, though, so he's very young in 78. But I mean, look, he loses to Ali 7 months later, and that's it. He's never a heavyweight champ. He's never even close.
Larry Holmes crushes him, right? In 81. Follow this career, 78 to 81. And then for some remarkable reason, never gets another top tier opponent ever again, right? Into the 90s. Oh, Randall Cobb. No, they fought at an auditorium. Like these aren't.
Morrison even beat him. I mean, it's real weird. He had that one night. Of being special, and his name lasted a long time because of that one night.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow. 95. Wow. A nearly 30-year boxing career taken down by cancer. That's a tough dude. I don't want to break it to his wife. She won't be dating me anywhere near in the future. This dude's going to hang on a while. Like he's going to be one of those slow to go guys. I just can feel that. That's a seriously tough human being, bro.
Yeah. Crazy.
Brenda said when I met him, he didn't have anything. When did you meet him? In the 90s?
And that one night made him. He's still worth 400 grand. That's not bad. It's not bad.
Wow. Or did she meet him after he lost it all and had to get it all back? Or maybe she has the money, which makes her even sexier for an older chick. She's not that. She's gonna need plastic surgery if I bang her. Looks a little plasticky. She's got that rubbery old lady skin. I'm not a fan. I'm just not. It happens to women. I really wanted it to be the healthcare nurse. Oh my God, if that was his wife. Yes, we met, while he was going through cancer. We fell in love and I married him. Smart. You get the house. How many times have we seen it? It happens a lot. I'm not being a douchebag. People are like, you're fucking viciously. That shit happens a lot. These healthcare workers swoop right in on that shit. You're going to be dead in 6 months. I got to have one bad night of sex with you that you may or not, may not be able to do. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I don't push much past women anymore anyway. I should have been like you. Should have partnered up real early in life. Been done one time. The laments. And now I'm going to die in San Diego from coronavirus because I'm in literally the hotbed. Jesus. This is how it all ends for me. Wasn't the fighting, wasn't the drinking, wasn't the drugs, wasn't any of my craziness, Andrew. Was not. I got beat by a virus. Tragic. Tragic.
I want some salami. I want to go to the store.
I have already stocked up on my salami. I will have.
Yeah,
I have 3 different types in the refrigerator as we speak.
Salami
and cheese. I have provolone ready to go. Go to fightnetradio.com. Since Andrew and I are clearly bored, you're going to get a lot more shows. We're actually going to run a test show. I call it the nerdiest episode of Fight Net Radio ever. I'm going to put just Miggs and Andrew together and give them a top 10 boxing list and watch.
Come on.
All right. Maybe we'll be joined by Oscar and Bob and Dan Rayfield. I'm not sure that I could do that with a straight face to our boxing followers. I think they want to laugh and I think they want, a little pressure off their shoulders. I could be wrong, but based on you guys blowing up the Dan Rayfield video, I'm really going. I talked about it on Monday. I am so going to hell for this one. Man, oh man, reach 4,315 people. Oh my God. And then the one that made me just literally laugh, Rodney Cordova get well. Oh, it's just so hilarious to me. On one of the forums, I was telling Miggs this. In one of the boxing forums, somebody said, "How do you know Eddie Hearn's family are racist?" I said, "'Cause I read the news, and his dad's a racist who made a plantation discussion about paying one of the fighters publicly." I said, "It is my experience that the apple never seems to fall too far from the tree." But hey, I could be wrong. I mean, Eddie Hearn could be a straight up guy. I could be. There you go. Anything else you want to say, Andrew? About people being safe?
Stay healthy, everybody. Stay healthy.
Fight Net Radio. FightNetRadio.com with Andrew and Lee. Talking boxing, combat, sports, comedy, football, and everything kick-ass. All on FightNetRadio.com. Fight Net!